right, y'all. We are here. We have finally entered the next chapter of our Power Ranger reviews, but also we have touched the next era of the Power Rangers franchise. Season 26, to be exact. Now, y'all know when it comes to anything I review, I always try my damnedest to make sure that I keep an even keeled mind. You don't want to get too high and you don't want to get too low. But today, I'm on that X. Today, I'm on that ecstasy, dude. You want to know why? Because we have watched the entire first season of Power Rangers Beast Morphers. Now, I came into this saying to myself, ain't no way it's going to be as bad as Megaforce or Turbo. There's no way they can mess this up that badly. The Hasbro era of PR is off to an awesome start, y'all. And we're going to have to pay our respects. It ain't Sunday, but as Power Rangers fans, we went through a lot during the Neo Saban era. So we are saying thank you, Jesus.
With Beast Morphin' light, together we rise. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go, go, Power Rangers. Power Rangers Beast Morphers.
So, as you all know, me personally, I have a rocky history with the Power Rangers franchise, right? I've left numerous times. Don't like it no more. It's too kiddie. It's dumb now. I'm not watching it. And then other times, I've come back out of curiosity. I left originally after Time Force, came back for RPM, and Dino Thunder, and SPD, and left again, took one little peek at Samurai on Netflix years ago, and said, oh no, not me, and haven't been back since. Fast forward, now we're doing all the Power Ranger reviews. And the reason why I brought that up is because Beast Morphers was the season that got me back into it. I originally watched the first episode premiere live on Nickelodeon when it premiered in 2019. And I remember really enjoying that first episode. So let's get into the plot of Power Rangers Beast Morphers. It's set in a somewhat modern day setting, and you have an agency, an organization called Grid Battle Force. They found a way to tap into the Power Rangers' source of their abilities, the morphing grid. And now they're able to make a power energy source out of that energy called Morph X. They are also in a process of creating their own supernatural team of Power Rangers. But, of course, when that happens, there is an evil AI that is out to take over the morphing grid. And the Beast Morpher team has to stop them. Now, when you look at the whole concept of an organization making Ranger abilities, the first thing I thought about related to Power Rangers was Lightspeed Rescue. We know that in that season, Miss Fairweather, who Joel was always thirsty over, Jesus Christ, we know Miss Fairweather was a big part of putting together the Lightspeed Morphers, building all of their tech. So there are some elements of Lightspeed Rescue from an Aqua-based perspective within Beast Morphers. Also, you can look at a season like Time Force. I'm pretty sure that the Time Force agency were able to create the Chrono Morphers that Wes and Jen all used to transform into Time Force Rangers, and maybe even digging into SPD. There's a little bit of that within this season from an organizational standpoint, although SPD was kind of more based upon Galaxy Police, but still, there's elements of SPD within this plot of Beast Morphers. Now, let's talk about the first episode, because I got a lot of things to say about the first episode. My emotions really swung a lot within it, but man, y'all, this has got to be one of my most favorite premiere episodes in the entire franchise. A lot of interesting elements were put into it and teased for the rest of the season. Let's get into it. The very first episode of Beast Morphers began with an overarching shot of the city. We see the gigantic tower that is a placeholder for Morph X and the Beast Morphers story. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, that's gotta be Go Busters stock footage from the Beast Morphers Sentai. But then I got real worried. The next shot, we have kids running around a playground. We have people outside eating. People in society just doing normal things. And I saw that and had, hold on, pause. I know these motherfuckers did not just use stock footage from Power Rangers Megaforce. Shoot me now, Lord. Strike me down. What the fuck? I was like, okay, Marcus, calm down. Calm down. I thought I was going to see Robo Knight. I thought I was going to see Troy. I thought I was going to see Goose. I was like, oh my God. Oh no. But they saved us. It didn't happen. From there, we have this news reporter that's talking about Morph X energy and how it can be used not only to supply the city with heroes to save the day and help with monsters, but it can also help save the earth and stop pollution, which is a very interesting concept that they were able to tie the potential morphing grid energy into something that can save the earth naturally. That was pretty dope, but they don't really expand upon it in the season. Anyway, after the news reporter is done talking, we then go to the Riptide Gym. And the minute you go inside this Riptide Gym, you might have to just say, hold on, pause. Because it just oozes. Oozes Mighty Morphin Youth Center. Oh my God. They got a little section where people are exercising. Then they got a little section where you can just chill with your homies. Then they got another section like Ernie's Juice Bar. And in the middle of the Riptide Gym, they're doing karate. Oh my God. Hasbro went to the Mighty Morphin Playbook. Oh God. Stop using the Mighty Morphin Playbook. Stop doing that shit. Come up with something new. But during this sequence at the Riptide Gym, we see there's a karate class going on. There's this guy that's leading the class. Everything is going fine until he goes to the back. And we see this black dude that's fucking around. You know what I'm saying? He's playing. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really taking it serious. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what the fuck that was. But okay. He's goofing around in the back. And the instructor, whose name is Blaze, kind of takes offense to that, right? Like, hey man, I'm trying to teach this class. I'm a black belt. You're a brown belt. What are you doing? And when I tell y'all that situation escalated quick, nigga, that situation escalated quick.
Just waiting on you to teach moves that are a little bit more challenging.
You want moves that are more challenging?
Is that it?
That'd be great.
That was really close.
Blaze, leave him alone.
Back off, Ravi.
So let me get this straight. This is ridiculous. Blaze went from being a little frustrated that Devin isn't taking the class seriously to, hey, let me show you some moves. Devin counters the moves like the G that he is. Then Blaze says, you know what? Instead of trying to teach you moves, let me just kill you. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. That situation really escalated fast, y'all. I was like, damn. And then nobody in the room tried to intervene. Like, it's no longer karate. It's very clear that Blaze is trying to kill this dude. Way over the top. But Power Rangers has 22-minute episodes, so I'm assuming that they had to kind of rush their way through it. They couldn't really go for the natural progression that other longer shows could give to that. So I'm going to give them a pass, but damn, did that escalate fast. God damn. If Blaze like that all the time, all of his students must be required to carry a gun, because that man's crazy. We're going to talk about his psycho ass a little bit later on. After his little scuffle with Devin, you see that the father of our future Red Ranger is Mayor Daniels. Mayor Daniels is a very important player within the story of Beast Morphers. As the mayor of the city, he makes a lot of big decisions, and also is the person that gives the green light to the entire MorphX project. And he's very disappointed in Devin. Him and Devin have multiple disagreements while they're in the limousine, and he's talking to Devin about how he's disappointed in him and the decisions that he makes. His father set up a job interview for him that day, but Devin was at the Riptide gym, and his father's talking about how karate and video games, you don't have a future there. And I'm like, what? Man, you got dudes like Ninja making millions of dollars a year. Ain't no future. Bullshit. Man, it is a big future in the gaming industry. Even if you just playing. Karate, you never heard no goddamn Jackie Chan shit. It is a future in karate, man. It's all different types of black, Asian, white, all cultures of karate experts. So Devin's father was just wilding in the car. I'm like, this man talking out his ass. And y'all can see I did enjoy the first episode. There's jokes within the jokes. There's a lot of fuckery that happens beyond that has you intrigued about what they're going to do with future episodes in the season. Now, these are the three things that mainly stood out to me in the first episode. Let's go. I told y'all we were going to talk about Blaze, and that thing came quick, because I got a lot of things to say about Blaze way before the entire evil avatar situation happened. Now, when you look at Blaze, the one thing that really struck me is he was chosen by Grid Battle Force to be the Red Ranger. They have numerous tests that candidates have to go through. I'm pretty sure physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. I'm sure it's a lot of tests because they're giving them abilities that access the morphing grid. So it's very important you choose the right candidate. They chose Blaze. Who chose this motherfucker? Who chose Blaze? Who thought Blaze would be a good addition to a Power Rangers team? The dude is a complete hothead. He cannot make leveled decisions that are not based upon raw emotion. He is an awful choice to be a potential Red Ranger. Oh, he is an awful freaking choice. And then the Yellow Ranger was going to be Roxy. Roxy was in a relationship with the Blue Ranger, Ravi. Roxy was going to be the original Yellow Ranger. And this chick is dick drunk. Okay? She, the entire time, she's supposed to be taking this Ranger thing seriously. She's flirting with Ravi, letting Ravi know what that throat do, letting him know about how she feels, how the weather is, how we're going to be the best together. It's just really ridiculous how these two people were chosen, but yet very quickly you can see they're not qualified candidates. That's very weird. Within Power Rangers as a season, right? In the very first few episodes, there are key things you want to look for with story, with characters, with effects that'll kind of let you know how this thing is getting ready to go. Oh, It'll let you know quick. Turbo, that was some bullshit. Wild Force, that was some bullshit. They'll let you know fast. And in the first episode, I was so happy that we got great choreography when it came to the unmorphed fights. That battle they had in the Grid Battle Force Laboratory was dope.
Evox can't be stopped!
You see how well everything was timed and synced within that battle? How the Rangers are creatively using the environment around them? I thought that entire action sequence was dope unmorphed. And it got even better once they did morph. Thank God, because there are some seasons that have action sequences that are so bad, it looks like you had some kids from Kids Bop do the damn shit. I'm glad that this one actually made the effort to create dynamic, unmorphed fights. It's a very underrated but important part of Power Rangers. Lastly, in regards to episode 1, I was very pleased with where our characters began and where they're going to potentially go. Because a lot of times for past seasons of Power Rangers, even some of the best seasons, they don't give you a reason to actually care about each individual Ranger beyond them just being Rangers. Like, these characters all have plots that you want to follow that don't really have anything to do with them being Power Rangers. Like, Ravi has Roxy. That makes him an interesting character because of her evil avatar. Devin has his father, trying to appeal to his father, but also kind of formulate his own life. Zoe has the fact that she wants to be more in life and she strives for bigger things. There are characters in this show that are worth following outside of just being Power Rangers. And that's when you know you're going to get good storytelling. Devin, our Red Ranger, is the type of character who is a free spirit, right? He's kind of like me, and he's probably like a lot of y'all, where you just want to have fun and you want to live your life not held down by, let's say, certain rules, right? You just want to go out there and live, do your thing, do it to the best of your ability. And Devin is very much so like that, but his father doesn't agree with it. His father wants him to have this traditional structure. Hey son, I got you a job cleaning carpets. Hey son, I got you a job washing cars. And Devin's not really into that. So there's an issue where he wants to formulate his own role, but his father wants him to take another one that he already chose for him. Now, when you look at that whole storyline, it's very similar to Scott from RPM. But then you break it down and you go, okay, hold on, wait. Scott from RPM was almost a ripoff of Wes from Time Force. And you can almost see how the Devin and Wes characters are almost identical. The only difference is that Devin doesn't come from a filthy rich background, but considering his dad is the mayor and he's riding around in limousines, I don't think Devin eating on EBT. I think he's okay. So, with that being said, the character very much so is a ripoff of Wes. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just picked up on it. Ravi the Blue Ranger is the most interesting character on this show. There are so many angles that the writers could have took his character, but they went for the more simplistic way of telling a story. And there's nothing wrong with that. Ravi, as we know, has a close bond with Roxy. Roxy was going to be the original Yellow Ranger, but of course, you know, she got the evil Avatar duplicate, and now her ass is on ice, like Captain America. Her ass in a fucking tube with electricity running through that bitch. Her ass kind of fucked up right now. But that's the story that connects Ravi to Roxy. Ravi feels bad about putting her in that scenario. And that makes him very interesting because there's future episodes where the evil Avatar manipulates him into thinking that she's Roxy.
So, is the real Roxy my Roxy? Is she still in there?
I've been able to overcome the effects of Evox's evil virus from time to time. But I need your help to beat it.
My help?
I need something from Nate's lab, the neural aligner.
It's very cool what they do with the character. Also, his mother is the captain. She's the general of Grid Battle Force. And that ties back into Elements of Lightspeed Rescue, where you had Captain Mitchell, who was the father of Dana, and also the father of Ryan, the Titanium Ranger. Those were some dynamic characters, and they tried to do something similar with Beast Morphers, but they barely even touch on the relationship between Ravi and his mother. It's very much so just mentioned and then thrown away. I thought they should have did more with that. Zoe, the Yellow Ranger, is the spark of the team. She's the positive, uplifting ranger. She is the janitor at Grid Battle Force. So to her, it's like, God damn, you know, she be in the washroom scrubbing them shitty toilets like, damn, man. There's gotta be more to life than this. And for the character, eventually we know she becomes the Yellow Ranger. And the actress that plays her, she's from my city. She's from Chicago. So she cool automatically, you feel me? Just because she's from Chicago or Arlington Heights. But just because she's from Chicago, she has to be on the Marcus Digital Ranger Angels practice squad. Don't worry, eventually she's going to be on the main team because Ashley been giving me so much attitude. Damn, I love you, Tracy Lynn Cruz, but you've been giving me so much attitude, girl. I don't like that attitude. I don't like that shit. So you're getting ready to get replaced. Shout out to Zoe. Now, with that being said, I'm looking at the Hasbro writers. Y'all got to do a better job because I'm starting to really get annoyed with how these female Rangers are written. Very simplistic. I understand it's a kid's show. I understand that you're not going to spend days crafting characters. I get that. This ain't HBO. But damn, why are all of these female Rangers damn near carbon copies of each other? It's like every single Yellow Ranger, she wants to be more. She just strives for better things in life. It's like every single Yellow Ranger is Z from SPD. She's Summer from RPM. She's Shelby from Dino Charge. It's like, God damn, when will y'all start writing these female Rangers to just be more? Sarah and Ninja Steel, my baby Sarah, we're gonna have to clap it up. That woman fine as fuck. But anyway, Jesus. She was taken in a more interesting direction with the smarts and the crafting of things. But unfortunately, they didn't do that with Zoe. Very disappointing. Nate is going to be our future Gold Ranger. He's a child prodigy. He's extremely smart. He is the head laboratory scientist at Grid Battle Force, right? He's very smart. He crafts things together. Y'all know every Ranger team gotta have somebody who's smart. We gotta eat off that Mighty Morphin template, baby. We gotta do it. And Nate is just that. Now, when it comes to how his smarts are displayed, it's kind of displayed in a Bill Nye the Science Guy type way where, hey, you do that science shit. Hey, you over there, with the lab coat. You smart, right? Yeah, smart. All right. Do that science. Like, really? They just threw a coat on his ass and said, you smart. Because they don't really explain the different types of technology that he works with. You don't get the character really explaining how he's done things. He'll say that I found a way to take energy from the morphing grid and transform it into morphing X in this liquid. But he won't explain exactly how he got access to the morphing grid, how he got the energy out of there. Nothing is explained. When he gives Devin his cheetah claws, which is a power-up, basically kind of like his battleizer, it's just on the fucking table ready. Like, they go into no sort of explanation of what makes it work and how did he create it? What was the concept? I really did hope that Hasbro would have gave us some type of montage of us actually seeing Nate physically put things together, to see his smarts displayed on screen. We've seen that so many other times in the superhero genre, and it helps the audience connect with that character's smarts when you actually see them doing things, not just walking around with a clipboard and typing on a computer. Come on, Hasbro, y'all better than that. The last Ranger on the team is Steel. Steel is a robot that was created by Nate when Nate was captured by Roxy and Blaze. But, hold on now, this show tried to explain how in the hell Nate was able to make a robot that has a voice, a human personality, and access to the morphing grid. They tried to explain that shit for 5 seconds and said, fuck it.
So, we know you plan to become a ranger, but how did he morph?
Yeah, how could a robot do that?
Well, it was easy for me since I had insect DNA. I also thought about steel morphing, so I ran some tests.
I'll let you tell them the good part.
Well,
You see, the thing is, I'm human.
Excuse me?
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit. Fuck. Oh my.
Even the character Nate was like, I don't know how I did it. Oh God. Y'all came up with this exotic ranger idea and y'all can't even explain this shit. It's so awkward, and the character Steel has the ability to morph into the silver Beast Morpher Ranger, right? From his robotic form to a more Power Ranger traditional suit. And when you see that, you gotta think business, right? The character Steel was created as a business move. They wanted a way to be able to use the stock footage from Go Busters, but they also didn't want to add another person physically to the cast. Probably because Hasbro was like, hey, look, that's it. You can't have anybody else be a part of the cast physically. So they had to kind of find a way to compensate, and Steel is just that. DC Comics want their name back, by the way, but Steel is basically that. I really didn't care for the character that much. Y'all want some controversy? Y'all want things to get a little spicy? I ain't gonna lie, we all like controversy when it ain't got shit to do with us. And there's a little bit of controversy with the Beast Morpher suits. Obviously, whenever you're taking anything that's been a long-running franchise and you begin to do something different, there's always a pushback. And Beast Morphers had a pretty vicious pushback on social media from what I remember once people knew that they were going to be adapting Go Busters. The costumes for this season are basically leather jackets, okay, with a zipper going up the middle. Is it a zipper? I think it's a zipper. I think it's a zipper going up the middle. I think it's a zipper. But it's leather jackets, right? With black straps on the shoulders, and the pants have no type of design on them. The boots have no design, and the helmet is essentially a regular Power Ranger helmet, but they have glasses embedded in them for the visor part. And on the shoulder, the best part of the costume to me is the shoulder. The shoulder straps have this button that has access back to Grid Battle Force. So when they're on the battlefield, when they are in their Zords, they can hit that button and say, hey, I need my Cheetah Blaster. And the Cheetah Blaster would be transported from Grid Battle Force to the actual Ranger.
Transport, Cheetah Beast Blaster. Racer Cheetah Strike.
That is a dope concept. That is so dope, and it really does make other seasons look awkward when Rangers just go, hey, I got my Storm Blaster. Nigga, where'd you get that from? And they pull it from behind them like, was that Storm Blaster in your ass? Like, where did you get that from? And in this season, it's explained via the button. That's the best part of the costume. I do not hate these Beast Morpher costumes because I'm a big fan of the suits from Die Ranger, and those were kind of jackets, vests in a way. So outside of character-specific things, let's begin to have a little bit of a discussion about negatives I just noticed within the season. They kind of got under my skin and pissed me off, right? First off, we already know this Ranger team is infused with animal DNA. Devin is a cheetah, Ravi is a gorilla, and Zoe is a rabbit. A jackrabbit. Nate is a beetle. Okay, when you get to the animal-specific parts of their DNA, Devin, for example, can move fast like a cheetah. Great. Ravi can throw things. Okay, strong, powerful. Zoe can jump high. Okay, I have no issue with that. My problem is that they gave the Ranger team the negatives of being associated with animal DNA. So there are episodes where Devin looks at a dog and he freezes up. Like this is fucking Tom and Jerry. He's freezing up like Scooby-Doo when he see a ghost. I'm like, bruh, no. The execution of it is so bad when they have these weaknesses. Ravi, he might overheat. So when he overheats, he has to pull out a little Dollar Tree fan out of his pocket and it is so bad. It is just poorly executed. That was the most cringiest part of the first season. Zoe is sitting up there eating carrots, talking about, ooh, I got so much energy now. Who wrote that nonsense? Who wrote that? See, shit like that is why I gotta watch Power Rangers in private. See, shit like that is why the volume has to be turned down when I'm watching Power Rangers. See, that's that bullshit right there. Since the Rangers come from Grid Battle Force, right? The agency, their identities are also kept secret. It's a private part of their lives, and they don't want that out there in the public. Traditional superhero stuff. But, word of advice to Nate, Zoe, Ravi, and Devin. If you're going to be in public and you don't want people to know your identity, it might be best to leave the freaky fucking robot at Grid Battle Force. I don't understand why they're walking around in public with steel. I don't get that. I could see if this show was set in the same year, the same world, like the same set physically as SPD, and they're walking around with a robot. Okay. Time Force. We all remember the little bluebird Circuit. Circuit was a robot in Time Force. So still walking around would be nothing that'll shake people up. Why is he going to the Riptide gym? Why is he walking? Y'all giving your own identity away. If that's the case, it was just sloppy. Blaze and Roxy, we already know, were kind of taken out of the picture early on, at least as their original selves. Now they're just kind of stuck inside these little pods trying to survive. And there's a very big reveal that comes later on in the beginning portion of the season when it's revealed that Blaze and Roxy are attached to their evil avatars through the morphing grid. So if the avatars die, they die. I thought that that was very cool for the writers to put that in there because it raised the stakes of every encounter they had with those characters. Evil avatars going to a cyber dimension. There is so much they could have done with Roxy and Blaze, but y'all, they treat these characters like Jesse and James from Pokemon. That's basically who they are. There are numerous points of the first season where they are getting trampled over easily. All the monsters are like, man, get the fuck out of here, y'all useless. There's episodes where Blaze and let's say another monster, they're trying to extract Morph X and they got a little tube, they putting it in. It looks so damn childish. There was another episode where they had it coming out of a little wire hose. Bruh. Why y'all doing these characters like that? Cuz considering how awesome they look in their morphed state. Oh my god. Blaze looks like a modern day Psycho Red. He looks great. Even Roxy has a respectable design. But y'all do the characters so dirty when it comes to them being intimidating villains. Very disappointing with how they were handled throughout the entire season. I wanted so much more from that concept, and the writers didn't deliver. Staying on the villains as we begin to wrap up this review. Our main villain is Evox. Evox is a computer AI, a virus, right? You already think about Venjax from RPM and that whole character. Spoiler alert for season 2. There's an interesting concept right there with Evox. But what I don't really care for is how people are so quickly to work for Evox. Evox has an avatar that looks like a cobra. It's a digital avatar. He has no physical body until the last episode of the season. He has no physical body until the last episode of the season. So why are Roxy and Blaze's avatars afraid of him? What is he gonna do? Throw up an emoji at you? Like, bruh, he's digital. There's nothing he can do physically to harm you unless you give him a body. And later on in the season, they gave him a fucking body. I thought that Evox was an interesting concept, but again, they really didn't carry it the way I wanted them to ultimately carry that. Now, the cyber dimension, his lair, his evil hideout, yes, y'all. It is one of the better layers I have seen. When you go there, you actually feel like there's presentation to it. You feel like you're in this wide open, endless place. It feels like that. Now, obviously, we know camera manipulation, CGI overlays, but that aside, it feels like you're somewhere different. It feels exotic. And it feels massive when you have the monsters that are being moved up through the towers. I thought that that was a big step up from where we've been previously with lairs and the fucking Nylok River and Samurai and all that old dumb shit. I thought that it was where Power Rangers needed to be. it kind of reminded me of the Disney era. I love the Disney era. That's my shit. The season finale of Beast Morphers was a better season finale than what I thought we would have got, right? Considering that they're going to have a second season that's already been out now, I think that you have to leave things at an important cliffhanger so that people will come back. That's typically how you have to do things from one season to another season. And they did a good job of that in Beast Morphers. When we have the ending, all of the acting is on point. And y'all know I will dog somebody if they doing bad at acting, especially on Power Rangers. It's Power Rangers. Why you acting bad on Power Rangers? You think somebody on HBO gonna hire your ass you fucking up on Power Rangers? I was glad to see that when it's revealed to Mayor Daniels that his son Devin is the Red Ranger and they have that emotional moment in the cyber dimension, the acting was really good in that scene.
The Red Ranger. I can't believe you didn't tell me.
You have no idea how much I wanted to say something, but I couldn't. It's against the rules, and honestly, it's been a long time since we've seen eye to eye.
I know that. I'm sorry for giving you such a hard time, son.
Now, hold on now. It was really good for Power Rangers. For Power Rangers, it was really good. I thought it was a dope scene to see them interacting in that way and putting all of their past differences that they had in the season aside. Making that relationship really feel genuine and real. You felt that as a member of the audience. Like I said earlier, Evox winds up getting a physical body. All of the Rangers are able to escape out of the cyber dimension. Everything is okay. At least they all think it is, right? Roxy and Blaze wake up. They're okay now. But we see that Evox is kind of tagged along with Mayor Daniels. And there's going to be a whole little plot that happens in season 2 with that character's connection back to Evox. So I'm very excited to see what Beast Morphers season 2 has in store for us. Now, season 1 of Power Rangers Beast Morphers. What does it get? What does it deserve? Season 1 of Power Rangers Beast Morphers gets a mother freaking B. That's right, y'all. That's right, y'all. Oh, it feels good to really genuinely like a season of Power Rangers that's not from the Neo Saban era, but a whole new era. Now, don't trip. Do not trip, y'all. For the season 2 review, I heard that season 2 was really like a filler season. So we're going to have to fill up some time. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff for the season 2 review that I didn't discuss in this video. We're going to talk about Ben and Betty. Oh my God. Oh my God. I got some shit to say about them, the comedy characters. We're also going to talk a lot about Zoe and Nate in their relationship. Oh my God. Oh my God. I got some things to say about that relationship. Boy, I saw a clip on Twitter. Nigga, I'm about to act a fucking fool next week. I'm about to act a fool for this last review. But alright, y'all, I appreciate y'all for watching these, being on me with this journey. It has been crazy. It has been a year of Power Ranger reviews. And we are finally going to do the last one next week. Thank y'all so much for being on this journey with me. And I'm gonna act a fucking fool next week. Somebody gonna have to call the police. Boy, I'm about to be a fucking clown next week. Alright, y'all. It's been weird, but it's been real. I'm fucking up the outro. Get out of here, bitch.
Yeah, I'm so fly, but you knew though. Like to mix it up, my different items like Menudo. Don't force a nigga, I'm the nigga strange like I'm Hugo. Your mama check a nigga, watch a rollie or a Hugh blow. Like it really matters, I came with 4 seasons. They think a lot about my cars, like my new Beamer. Your girl dipping in my seats, you should probably leave her. Nerd nigga with the glasses and the short season.